If you're just starting your search, there are certainly some benefits to working from home. Whether it's for budget reasons, flexibility, personal satisfaction, or, let's face it, wearing your pajamas all day, a home-based business might be right for you. We'll cover a few things you'll want to be aware of before creating a business out of your home. First of all, check for any licenses or required permits that your business might have. Search for your state and occupational licenses, as it does vary greatly depending on where you're located. You should consider the costs, benefits, and restrictions of different government agencies, which really depends, again, on where you're located. One of the greatest benefits of working from home is tax deductions. You can deduct a percentage of your rent or mortgage payment, utilities, and a lot of other home expenses for the business. Keep an adequate record or spreadsheet of your expenses and receipts should the IRS ever audit you. Determine the legal structure of your business. You may want to consult a lawyer or accountant who can help you pick the best structure for you. A DBA, doing business as, is needed whenever you are doing business under a name other than your own. If you are working as an independent contractor under your own name, you don't need one. If your business has a name other than your own, you will need to register that name as a DBA. Determine if you need to get a tax identification number for your business. Corporations that must file tax returns will need one, as well as partnerships, which don't file taxes, but do have to file business information annually with the IRS. While the IRS does not generally require a tax ID number for sole proprietorship, you can use your Social Security number instead. There are instances where you will need a separate tax ID. If you're forming a corporation or an LLC, you'll need to select a registered agent for your business and provide the agent's name and address on the formation documents you file with the state. When someone sues a business, they must notify the business of the lawsuit. In some states, a copy of the lawsuit must be delivered in person to the representative of the business. In other states, it must be mailed. To make it easier to determine who should receive a lawsuit against corporation or LLC, all states require business entities to keep the name and address of a registered agent on file. The registered agent is a person or entity that has agreed to be available during business hours to accept lawsuits and other documents on behalf of a business. Depending on what state you're in, the registered agent may be called a statutory agent. Corporations and LLCs must have a registered agent in each state where they are registered to do business. If you are registering to do business in multiple states, consider hiring an agent that will be able to act as your agent in all of those states. There may be zoning restrictions that could prevent you from working from home, such as signage or advertising if you're in a residential area. Make sure that working from home won't violate your HOA or leasing terms if you're renting. Check with your HOA or landlord if there are restrictions and see if you can work out an agreement. If you own your home and have a mortgage on it, you should check with your lender to see if there's a restriction in the agreement. It's not very common, but just do your homework to be safe and aware. Also, check with your insurance agent to make sure your business property is covered in case of a flood or fire. If you have renter's insurance or a homeowner's policy, your business assets may or may not be covered. Same with having employees or a client in your home. If you have a dog and your dog bit someone, would it be covered by your home insurance, or do you need a separate policy for your business? If you haven't already decided on a business idea, make sure to choose a business that can work online and uses the skills, knowledge, and experience that you already have. The cost of starting your business will vary dramatically depending on the type of business being offered. If you're selling a product, you'll need to fund inventory. If your online business is service-based, however, your cost may be much lower. Your online business will likely require a website, hosting, and a domain, usually cost $7 to $19 a month depending on how much technical support they offer and the size of your site. The cost of design will vary depending on whether you use a site that builds websites for free, build your own website using a service like WordPress, or hire a designer. Building an email marketing list is key to advertising your products and making money. Start building your list right away. If your products are services that can be purchased online, you'll want an online shopping cart for your customers to put them in. Some payment processors, which are free to set up but charge a fee per transaction, offer shopping carts free with their service. Otherwise, they generally cost about $5 a month. No matter how small your business is, it can benefit from a strategic plan that will guide you in achieving your goals. A business plan is your entire business planning process reflected in one document. Your business concept describes the business, the market for your business, your products, as well as your organizational structure and management. Your market research describes the nature of the market you're entering, namely your audience, major competitors, target market, and their preferences. This helps you identify exactly what your customers need. A marketing plan describes how you plan on penetrating your market, communicating with customers, and the distribution of your products or services. An operations plan describes your day-to-day duties and includes the steps involved in the production of your product or service. A financial plan outlines how you would finance your business, what your expected costs are, and estimations of your revenue. Since we're specifically talking about an online business, let's discuss in more detail about your website and online presence. Decide whether to use a professional web designer. If your business is exclusively online or an e-commerce business, you'll probably want to hire a professional to create your website. On the other hand, if your site is more of an online marketing tool for a business that mostly takes place offline, like dog walking or writing novels, then a simpler do-it-yourself site can suffice. E-commerce sites typically cost more. Choose a domain, the web address of your online business. Domains are annually renewed. Decide how you will build your website if you're doing it yourself. There are multiple options available for creating a website. The option you choose will vary based on your web design abilities, time, and level of quality demanded. You can use templates. Sites like WordPress offer free or professional templates that you can customize to create your site. Working with these services requires both time and a moderate degree of web design knowledge. Free business websites like Moonfruit, Weebly, and Wix offer website construction where all you have to do is pick a format and provide content. Many are free with inexpensive upgrades for premium services. Contact your local or state business office, as many states will assist you in building a business website for free. The type of website you choose to build will determine whether or not you need hosting. There are different kinds of hosting to suit your needs. Shared hosting is the cheapest. Some hosts cater to specific websites like Flywheel for WordPress, and other hosts are focused on scalability to keep your website performing at its best as your business grows. Organize your site and provide content. Whether you build the site yourself or use a designer, you will need to create the content that fills the site. This includes pictures and descriptions of your services or products, a clear and effective business value statement that indicates why your business is a better choice than its competitors, include a business history and/or personal bio, a newsfeed or blog, contact information, and any other additional content. The main purpose of your website is to not only provide a one-stop destination for information regarding your business, but to also serve as a marketing tool to clearly identify why your business is the best choice. Improve your website's placement in searches with search engine optimization. SEO will help your website show up near the top of searches. You can hire a company to do it for you, or you can try some of the following techniques on your own. Include keywords in the headlines and copy on your website. Think of words or phrases customers might use to search for your product. Use the Google Keyword Planner to find similar phrases. Include those phrases on your homepage and throughout the site. Add links to sites your customers might be interested in. Links into and out of your site are another factor in how well you rank in search engines. Update your site regularly to push your website higher in search rankings. Consider writing a blog twice a week and use keywords whenever possible. Use website analytics such as Google Analytics to see the effectiveness of your website's search performance. Decide whether you want to install e-commerce software on your site or have your transactions handled by a third party. Hosted e-commerce solutions like Shopify or Etsy are much easier to set up and provide more technical support. Or you can install an e-commerce platform directly on your website with services like Magento, BigCommerce, WooCommerce, which works with WordPress. These services are more powerful and customizable, but also require much more time and technical know-how. For beginners in the internet business, a hosted solution is advised. These services are easy to use and maintain and work well for initially small purchase volumes. As we discussed earlier, there are several benefits to working from home, but you also want to make sure you and the business are protected and covered in the case of a misfortune. Feel free to leave a comment in the section below on what your favorite thing is about working from home. Please subscribe for more informational videos like this and tutorials on graphic design. As always, thanks for watching.